Hello, my name is Prime, and welcome back to this episode of ATS Showcases, and today we are here in Oklahoma City, and we're going to be heading down to Idabel hauling some of these bus hoods. That's a new cargo type here in Oklahoma, and coincidentally, we've got a full school bus under drop deck trailer right beside us that we could have, I guess, picked up, but we're here with the Western Star 49X Power Hood Edition, and we've got our ownable Load King drop deck trailer as well, all aluminum. I think it's a really nice kit overall. Of course, I am still on early access as of recording this video. Once again, huge thank you to SES Software for providing me with early access to Oklahoma, and everything you see in this video, no mods, no engine sounds, no gameplay extra mods, no matter what, just American Truck Simulator for all its glory. So let's go ahead and get this Western Star Power Hood started up because we've got some stuff to talk about. Sounds good to me. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I certainly am. Once again, I'm recording this, as you can tell by the little banner on top of the screen here, that this is actually on the early access build of Oklahoma. Depends on when you're watching this video. Hopefully this video does find you well, and maybe you're playing Oklahoma, maybe you're enjoying it, maybe you're not quite yet. No matter what, hopefully you're enjoying your day and everything is going well. We're actually picking up from Municipal Waste Management, which is kind of an interesting pickup location for school bus hoods. Not quite sure why they've got them out here, but I guess there's some form of reason for that here in Oklahoma City. Maybe the school bus, maybe that's the service department for all the local school buses. Not quite sure. Man, this is a bumpy road, my word. Everything's just shaking around. Gee whiz. Oklahoma. Wonderful DLC indeed. Once again, I have to say, kind of broken record here, but even say thank you guys so much for the support. It allows me to be able to do these early access looks, and it is just incredible for me to be saying that. And I mean, obviously, huge shout out to STS Software once again. Big thank you guys for allowing me to be part of this process once again. This is now my third DLC doing this in a row. It is just a fantastic opportunity, and a huge thank you to you guys because you guys make it all possible. Everyone who watches the channel videos, no matter what series you may enjoy, big thank you from me. So let's talk about a few things that we need to kind of get caught up on here, because it has been, well, unless if you watch my Oklahoma first look video, which hopefully you guys have enjoyed that video, it's been a little bit since we've been here doing an ATS showcase or any longer form delivery, really. And to be honest, in the first look video, didn't really get to talk a lot about the other stuff that's happened. But another big ticket item, besides Oklahoma, obviously, that's kind of the headline thing, and of course what we're still focusing on today, another big ticket item was a teaser. Forget this, another map DLC for ATS. Yeah. Can you believe it already? We've already got a teaser for next state, and for quite some time, a lot of the community, including myself, has been kind of expecting, to be honest, kind of going logically, and also from other hints and stuff that SES Software have put out, that Nebraska would be the next DLC for ATS. It does logically make sense given the kind of trajectory of the map DLCs already. Obviously, we now have Oklahoma, or hopefully have Oklahoma, depending on when you're watching this video, and then obviously Kansas was the next one confirmed, which we have a little bit more news on, which I'll get to in just a little bit here. But Nebraska, kind of, although not confirmed yet, let's keep this all clear here. As of recording this video, Nebraska is not confirmed as a upcoming map DLC, but every single hint in that teaser blog post and video that, or I guess, well, actually blog post I should say, or kind of video, whatever, combination of a few things, all lead to Nebraska, let's be fair. So I'm not going to say it's confirmed, because obviously it isn't. That'd be just kind of that'd be clickbait, let's be honest. But it's pretty much confirmed, let's just face it, in full transparency, that it's going to be Nebraska next. There we go. Almost completely forgot. We're gonna go for it. Running the red light. Hey, it's still amber. Nice long light rotations here in Oklahoma. Nice long light rotations indeed. But nonetheless, it is kind of a very interesting situation, to be honest. I already have another map DLC pseudo confirmed, shall we call it, for ATS. Very exciting times indeed, let alone the other things that will be coming as well. It's just a really, really great time to be playing ATS, and the whole well, just SES Software realm of games are just really popping off right now, let's just face it. They're doing a fantastic job, in my opinion. I'm not just saying that because I'm running an early access build of one of their DLCs. In all honesty, it is fantastic to be playing ATS and ETS2 right now, and I can't wait to see what the future does hold. Now, in terms of Kansas, because obviously that is the next state that will be coming after Oklahoma. When? Well, we don't really know. Obviously, hopefully sooner than later, but I think there's plenty of things for us to be doing in terms of Oklahoma, and of course the Cruising Oklahoma event that will be on World of Trucks starting, well, August 1st, whenever the DLC does release. It'll be releasing alongside with it, and you can check out the blog post link, and I actually did a community post on the Cruising Oklahoma event, so you can check out all the information for that just on the SES Software blog post, or go to my community tab on YouTube, and you can click the link there and find out the details about the deliveries. Very standard from any other cruising event that you may have experienced in the past if you're a more veteran player of ATS or ETS2. As far as I know, it's 100 miles is the minimum delivery lengths, and you just have to deliver to and from 10 of the cities here in Oklahoma. So I think that is more of a standard kind of type that we're used to here in terms of cruising events, shall we say, for a new DLC. But even still, wonderful to have that event, and so that will be something that, of course, we'll be doing in episodes to come once it does release, because I'm, once again, recording this prior to the release of Oklahoma, so I can't be doing a World of Trucks event, can I? But Kansas, we've got some news on Dodge City. Yes, the famous Dodge City of Kansas. Kind of surprised, to be honest, to have a Kansas DLC blog post focusing on a specific city so early. Not something that's typical of, well, let's face it, the timeline of any form of DLC development, and even SES Software admitted that in that particular blog post as well, right in the opening paragraph, I do believe. But even still, it is pretty cool to have a specific city for Kansas. Well, confirmed, let's face it. I mean, there are some of them that we would have known that would be coming. For example, Dodge City is a fairly famous city for Kansas, so I wouldn't have been too surprised if that was already included anyways, and of course it is, so no surprise there. But it was really cool to kind of learn a bit about Dodge City itself. Seeing the screenshots already look fantastic as per usual. Just incredible to say that, you know, it's already kind of an early, well, it's a really early development kind of photo area, and obviously maybe not the whole surrounding area is done, hence why we may still be, you know, let's face it, there were some probably photos that were definitely more angled to make sure that they're getting the most complete area, but you never know, they could have been all done. It never did specifically say, but generally when it's earlier in the development process, the photos and videos are taken with some caution, which is fair. I do not blame SES Software at all, but it just goes to show that Kansas is well and truly on its way, and given the size of it, it very well could be coming sooner than we expect. But on a side note here, besides the amount of school bus suits, which is actually a very cool cargo type if you ask me, just look at Oklahoma. It's kind of nice doing an afternoon kind of into evening delivery over here. I normally don't do that a ton, especially for showcases that I'm running the rumble strips, just because, well, let's face it, it's harder to see a DLC when you're at night. Not everyone has a fantastic display, whether you're watching it on a phone or a monitor, depending from low to high grade, doesn't matter. Sometimes, and generally, just to be honest, generally speaking, night is not great for showing off a map DLC. But an evening is absolutely fantastic for getting some really nice sunsets, especially with the lighting atmosphere of ATS and ETS2 now that came in. Is that 1.40 now? Can you believe we are 1.48? And it's 1.40 feels so long ago now. As far as I remember, that is when the lighting change came in, and my word, hasn't been an uphill slope from here. It has been fantastic to see the development of ATS and ETS2. But I mean, especially with the new lighting system, what I was getting to, these kind of deliveries make it more worthwhile now, in my opinion. The skybox just looks so much more, well, so much more dynamic, let's just face it. So much more realistic as well, and it really does. Oh, we got a nice little toll, another toll road here, good old Oklahoma for you. It's just a fantastic time to drive, morning and evenings, and even nights, let's be fair. kind of become a little bit more enjoyable to do. But obviously for showcases, what I normally do around here with ATS showcases, I'm generally running, you know, late morning, midday, maybe early afternoon at latest. Normally I'm not pushing past 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. And well, it's 6:30 in game here, according to my handy dandy clock on the dash of this Western Star. So you know what? We're getting some nice evening kind of sunsets. Nice evening shots as well, which is always a good thing indeed. But when it comes to how dark it will get, I'm not quite sure. This was supposed to be about a 3.5 hour in-game delivery, so I'm going to assume that we'll be kind of arriving there 8, maybe 9-ish in-game, so we'll be definitely getting darker, that's for sure. And these are automated tolls, so we do not need to stop, just have to slow down to make sure that we there we go, toll paid. That was a pretty short toll that was a pretty short toll section, wasn't it? Or is this also a toll section? I'm not quite sure. Comment down below kind of about the toll roads. I believe there may be a couple people who have been DMing me about kind of toll road situations in Oklahoma to a certain degree. But even so, comment down below what you guys think about the toll roads in Oklahoma, and if you are a Oklahoma native, just let me know what it's like in terms of, well, the segments of toll road. What parts are the toll road and what parts aren't? I believe this is no longer part of the toll road, given that I guess it would have been that shorter pass. It's just very interesting to have such a short pass though of a toll road, but maybe that's scaling for you in ATS that may be doing that not as much justice as maybe it does in real life in terms of toll roads, but it is kind of just a nice aspect to have, albeit kind of annoying at times to, you know, have to pay for the little segments of road. But I'm sure any Europeans watching this are probably quite used to toll roads, or a lot of North Americans as well have toll roads. To be honest, there's not a ton around. Well, I mean, to be honest, in Canada there's some toll roads, but we're a little bit more on just the, you want to drive somewhere, you got to put in the hours to do it, given how expansive the country is. So it's maybe not as much of a problem up here in the great land of the north, but I know around other places, and even in the US, obviously, toll roads can be a bit more important. But even still, we're into the little bit more wooded section of Oklahoma, which is nice to see. I believe as we head more south, I believe it gets more into the kind of more wooded area, well, especially southeast, I would, as far as I know, where you kind of hit more of the woodland areas, which does make sense given that's the direction we're driving as well. But think of the likes of, you know, Texarkana or Texarkana. I've heard some people say that, not quite sure which way to say that. I'll stick with Texarkana. You know, there's kind of the different areas there, but in generally, you know, northeastern Texas is a lot more wooded, more woodland based than other places of Texas. So given that Idabel is southeastern point of Oklahoma, and Oklahoma is located north of Texas, try and keep up with me mentally if you can. Long story short, we're heading back into trees, which is, I think, quite self-explanatory here. And I think we have some nice, we got a hydroelectric dam over there, or at least just some form of reservoir dam over there, which is very neat indeed. But yeah, no, it's just kind of a neat area to kind of explore. And to be honest, Oklahoma, we knew, going off of the blog post, and for those who kept up with it, and even still, if you know Oklahoma in real life, it's surprisingly diverse given the size of it, and, or shall I say, lack thereof. It's not overly big, but it is a lot larger than some of the other DLCs that we will have in the future here. And as we kind of head into the upper Midwest and stuff like that, and we keep going that way, it's just going to be a very interesting time here in ATS to see, do we start getting bundled DLCs? The other thing about the Nebraska teaser, I guess you could say, I'm going to call it the Nebraska teaser because, as I said, let's be honest, it's pretty much confirmed as Nebraska at very least. Oh, a little bit of a herky-jerky kind of stutter there. Not sure if that came through the video or not. I guess we'll find out in editing prime. We'll have some fun with that. Not quite sure if that's just me or the game. I'm going to assume it's probably just me, and don't be concerned because odds are that's probably what's happening. I'm gonna get over here, Kenworth. So you better stop. There, thank you. Oh, I gotta stop. That guy, did that guy just run the red? I mean, I'm in the intersection, but still. Did that truck just run the red light? I think he did. Huh. It's either that or I just missed what the lights were, but it felt like he just ran the light. Must have, because unless if it was just really late, maybe it was just yellow. It was very late and I couldn't tell. Oh well, the AI do some interesting things at time. I guess I could have gotten over into this left lane up here, but I was impatient. I'm gonna do it my way. Discovered Idabel. Nice. I'm actually doing quite well to discover all the cities of the Sooner State here of Oklahoma, given that, well, I may or may not have done some teleporting around to try and find the delivery for the first look video. That was definitely a bit more of a challenge, shall I say, in terms of getting what I wanted to do for that, but I think it turned out really well. Hopefully everyone enjoyed that video, but I had to do a little bit of jumping around, so I'm actually over halfway of discovering every town here, but I have not jumped to Idabel yet, so this is actually a proper first look at this beautiful little town by the looks of it, or maybe not even that little. But it is a lovely, lovely area. Lots of detail around here, and we're actually going to kind of stick... Oh, brakes are pretty touchy on this Western Star. We're going to kind of stick up to the outside here a little bit, just to kind of explore this little town just for what it's worth. And there's a lot of beautiful little areas here. Oh, nice little church over here. Oh, we got the fire department over here, which is very neat. It's just a lovely, lovely place. And I gotta actually just make sure I'm going in the correct direction here, because that would not be fun if I mess that one up. But it's just really neat to have these little areas around in the DLC, and you know, it's just a nice overall area to explore. That's kind of why I wanted to come down this area. It's very different. And I wanted to see that transition too from Oklahoma City, but which we were able to experience, going from a little bit more open plains like to more wooded and more woodland areas. But it is just very neat to kind of explore these areas, and it's not as highway dependent down here. Obviously, there's still quite, you know, healthy sized roads, shall we say. Where a lot of highways getting down here. My goal would be for next episode to be not very highway dependent. So we'll see what I can do there. I'd like to take the actual school bus or the yard trucks, one of the two. We'll see what I can do, because I've kind of crossed the school bus realm a little bit off the list. Obviously, we'll get to more in the future, but we're taking these to the municipal waste management again. So was it was Oklahoma waste management and school bus hoods and school buses in general? Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But no, I'll kind of obviously keep going around on different deliveries. I want to keep it diverse, and so you guys can also see the different deliveries that are available, because there are plenty of new cargo types that came in as well, not just, you know, the likes of the yard truck and various things like that, the school buses obviously, and there's a bunch of other cool deliveries that came in as well that I will be doing very soon, and probably a heavy haul as well. So where do I have to go? Down? Probably down and around by the looks of it. Yeah, I'd assume so. Probably. Yep, there's the little blinky bit. Somewhere down off the side. So we're in the lower section. And yep, we gotta go down in there. And fortunately, we can do this non-blindside reverse. So I am actually very happy for once, which is good. Normally, it's pretty brutal. So let's go ahead and swing around here and see if we can get this pretty long drop deck trailer into the spot one attempt. Obviously, if you haven't checked out my first look at Oklahoma, I would recommend checking that out, because I had an atrocious time trying to park that trailer. I missed my turn into the actual delivery point. By miss, I mean I turned too early. So then I had a bit of a howler trying to get into the area and figuring that out. Then I had to do a blindside reverse because I didn't spin in the proper way. But I'd say I've redeemed myself with this one. I mean, it's a nicer area to reverse into anyways, but what a lovely reverse that was. Pretty much dead center in the spot as well. I'll take that any day. We'll shut off the truck and we'll just say thank you so much for watching. What an incredible delivery. Oklahoma, once again, is fantastic. And I mean, early access has been a true honor to be able to be a part of. Thank you guys so much for the support once again, and SES Software for providing it to me. I can't thank everyone enough for the opportunity to be doing this, and I've got so much more planned about Oklahoma, and I can't wait to share it all with you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.